I think it's safe to say Ja Morant heard the whispers, the ones that said maybe the Grizzlies were better off without him. And it would be easy to look at their record while he was out with a knee sprain and start to believe them. But there's only one way to quash the mumbling and slander in hushed tones, and that's precisely what Ja did, coming back to the team and reminding them that not only is he an important piece, he's the entire puzzle. One look at his production in the last 5 games, and you'll immediately see why he beat out LeBron James for his first Western Conference Player of the Week honor. So let's quickly break down what he's doing offensively. Of course, the pick and roll is where he's at is most devastating, and you can guarantee he's not going to shoot any threes out of this action. In fact, he's rarely shooting anything other than the shots right at the rim. He's mastered putting his defender in jail by creating contact once his man is behind him, but then watch Steven Adams set another screen in the lane to get him space for a gorgeous inside hand finish. This combination of incarcerating the defender with Adams screening in the lane is most definitely a thing, and I don't know there's anything you can do to stop it. What I like most about Morant's game is his finishing package. Nothing fancy, just a high pick and roll, then he puts the cuffs on his man, but watch the footwork, going right-left while facing the right sideline and gliding between defenders and then finishing on the way down soft off the glass. His floater game is also sublime, able to shoot off either 1 foot or 2, and once he's into your body, he can bound laterally away to get enough space to quick release this right into the net. Watch the offense help create openings by running him off a pin down, then flowing right into the step-up screen. Here's where he's fun. The Chris Paul yo-yo dribble with spin, then faking the step back before jumping off both feet and shooting this with his left hand through contact and making it. After rejecting the screen to get in middle, watch how he times the dribble and the release. A hard, low dribble followed almost immediately by the inside foot plant, and the upward energy of the ball is never interrupted from the gather all the way above the shoulder to the release before the defender can block it. The excitement factor is off the charts since you never know what he's going to do on his way to the hoop. He puts his man in jail once again, but check the double pump floating on the way down lefty shot through contact and an and one. These improvised moments of genius keep me coming back for more, and they make me want to go see him live and in person. The best way to do that is by using SeatGeek. I got primo Harry Styles tickets for my daughter using the SeatGeek app, and you always know what kind of a deal you're getting with the great selection of seats that SeatGeek finds from all over the internet. If you use my code BBALL, you can save $20 off your first purchase, so do what John Wooden said. Be quick, don't hurry. And use SeatGeek to find all your tickets for concerts, sporting events, or the theater. And that way, you'll have more energy to go see your favorite shows, much like the energy transfer Ja Morant has been demonstrating with his absolutely fire three-point shooting. Since he returned from injury, he's hitting 53.6% of them, and in the last 5 games, it's rocketed to a ridiculous 70%. You won't see many makes off the dribble, as defenses are so afraid of his drives that he often has plenty of time to think about it before pulling. Here's Steven Adams setting a ball screen for Tyus Jones before setting the pin down for Morant. This flows into a handoff version of Spain pick and roll, with Morant screening for Adams before popping out top for another lick his thumb and check the wind he's so wide open three-point shot. As he probes using the Adams screen, all eyes are on him, opening the skip to the left corner and the great ball movement back to him on the right wing for another good catch-and-shoot triple. Naturally, a guy with this much explosive athletic talent is going to excel in the open court, and he is certainly on the very short list of players who can lead a break all by themselves, as Kevin Durant found out the hard way. If he gets the rebound and you're not ready to slow him down around half court, you're in trouble, because he's going to get into the lane and elevate over you to finish softly. You pretty much need 2 defenders to wall him off since he's so fast switching ends and has lots of crafty footwork to vary speed and direction. The one place you'll see some off-the-dribble threes is in transition, and he's so open because they're afraid of what he can do getting into the lane. At some point, this will probably change, especially if he keeps burying them from back there, but for now, let's keep enjoying it. The one area he's been struggling the last 4 games is in isolation, where he's only hitting 29% of his field goals. Perhaps it's because of the knee, but these are the situations where he hasn't been able to beat his man to the hoop, leading to difficult, off-balance shots when the defense can load up anticipating he won't pass out of these types of plays. Where he can help the team is finding the open man on the perimeter when he's totally swallowed up. That will make his teammates around him better and no doubt improve the offensive rating. In terms of assists, he doesn't get many, as that really isn't his role, but Desmond Bane is his favorite target these days, which explains why I just did a video on him and his most improved player candidacy. A stat that jumped out at me was Ja's on-off defensive rating. For someone who had been a net negative before he got hurt, I certainly raised an eyebrow at how the team has been so effective in his minutes on the defensive end. I went through a bunch of his individual clips and didn't see much to tell me he's gotten any better as a defender, but I did notice head coach Taylor Jenkins has gone with a slightly radical lineup since Ja returned, and it's been a lockdown bunch in some limited minutes. They started Killian Tilly, a mobile center, alongside defensive anchor and fellow center Steven Adams, to go alongside Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr., both willing defenders who will give out energy on this end. The result against the Nets was a long and agile bunch that harassed the high-powered Nets offense into a bunch of turnovers and missed shots, as Tilly was able to make some plays himself. There aren't too many five-man lineups with Ja in them that they can turn to that will shut down the other team, so it will be worth examining this going forward, as the biggest challenge they'll have to make the next step to elite team who can threaten the very top of the West will be on this end. Where it gets off the hook often is the audacity of some of his attempts around the rim. These are equal parts exhilarating and scary, as you hope he doesn't get hurt by trying to posterize the next big man who dare challenge one of his takeoffs. There is no shot he won't try, and as long as he can keep his field goal percentage at an acceptable level, I'll appreciate the hustle. And against a top Western Conference team last week, he saved the team from an epic collapse by utilizing an almost fake handoff to get right to the rim, avoid the defender. There's him shooting on the way down, of course, perhaps too far down, but who's counting, as he hit the game winner in a crucial regular season matchup that gave us insight into how good the Grizzlies really are. And last night, more of the same, as they went up against a good Cleveland team on the road, and while Ja struggled a bit in the first three quarters shooting the ball, he came up absolutely huge down the stretch. Check the gorgeous no-look pass in stride for an easy dunk to increase their newfound lead, and he finished with 10 points in the last 5 minutes to help seal the deal on a variety of shots like the ones we've already covered earlier. However, there is still a lot to learn for this young Padawan, like this fast break attempt when they're up by 4 with 1:25 left. Don't ever rely on a ref to call a foul. Just pull it out, run some clock, and end the game early. But he redeemed himself with this great steal, which, by the way, is off an Iverson cut. Being flat like this always makes me worried about a pick six, and Ja realizes those fears right here, and an end of the night for the Cavs. Now that the Grizzlies are finding their stride, with Ja Morant leading the way, it's time to start picturing them as a legitimate playoff team that can make a run. They're on this 6-game winning streak without Dillon Brooks, and when he returns from health and safety protocols, they'll be even better. So with Ja Morant doing a better shooting Allen Iverson impersonation, don't be surprised if they threaten teams like Utah and Phoenix for the second spot in the West.